Welcome back to another edition of Apocalypse Mode. We are starting over with a new character as my last save got corrupted with the new update. I'm not too upset as the previous playthrough felt a bit too easy. This time we will be seeing how an unfit, weak and short of breath carpenter deals with the end times. Somewhere in Riverside, Francis Ritchie awakens only to be faced with a fresh nightmare. Unfit and out of shape, survival for Francis means finding a quiet spot away from the hordes. Our main objective is to find a spot, preferably with fishing. This means finding transport, hopefully a van, as 9 carrying capacity is very low, although we have taken the dexterous trait for quick item transfers. Also, we are going to need to find a fishing rod and supplies, an axe for felling trees, whilst also keeping track of our kills. And it looks as though a rake is going to be our first weapon. I fill a bowl with some water and grab some ripped sheet from the curtains. And out we go to face our verse zombies. I'm not going to be taking any chances, so I'm going to fully use the terrain to try and stomp on their heads. Not a great start, but I suppose I am very fat and slow. Let's see if we've learned our lesson with the second one. I would like to loot the neighbour's house, but it's quite noticeable how much slower this character is, and I don't feel confident taking on 3 at the same time just yet. So I'm going to have a look around the estate and see if there's any other easy pickings around. I'm currently looking for a watch. The new ragdoll physics might take a bit of getting used to. It now takes the zombies a couple of seconds to fall over before you can stomp them. As you can see, we're fully out of breath already, so we're gonna need to rest. We'll switch the TV to Life and Living, as we never know when a skill-based TV show is going to come on. And now we recover some of that exhaustion. And we just gained some cooking skill for free. We do find a baseball bat in the storage cupboard. And of course we find a little bit of our favourite item, food. This house really didn't have much in the way of loot, so let's go check out the neighbours. This isn't a great situation when you tire quickly and move slowly. It's best to be cautious in these situations and just take your time and pick them off one by one. And we do find a keyring with a residential key and a vehicle key. And the dead keep on coming. We really need to rest again. I hope that's not the car that we found the key to. Secure your exits, as you never know when someone's going to creep up behind you. Ragdoll physics causing some issues there. And now we're at max exhaustion, so taking out any more is going to be a struggle. Walkers keep on wandering in, so I'm going to try and rest in the house at the end. I'll be honest, I got a bit impatient and didn't fully rest. Old Francis is moving very slowly. So we're out of breath and in pain. Guess what? Time to rest again. It suddenly occurred to me that the key I got might be for the starting house and I could potentially get into the basement. A bit of a disappointment, but at least there's a chair that I can sleep in without making noise to attract Zeds. Playboy Bunny Zombie? Another residence key? There's a decent amount of food in here. Switch on the Life and Living channel. And we've got some rope which will be useful for tying up logs later on when we find a spot for our cabin. And there we go, a 3-point in fishing, which is exactly what we want. Francis is getting very tired, but it's a bit early for me to go to bed, so I'm going to see if I can just loot one more thing. Sneaky zombie there. I do like that because I thought it was dead and it wasn't. Well, it is. And it looks like this isn't the car for the car key, which is good news. You know, it's a good job I found this baseball bat because I feel like I'd really be struggling to kill anything without it. I can hear more incoming and I really don't want to fight anymore as we are extremely tired and extremely exhausted. I'm trying to spread the fatigue amongst my legs and arms, so I'm alternating attacks. At least my walking speed is just slightly faster than the zombies, and at least we're not hungry either. But I have just spotted a third one incoming, so we're going to have to try and lose them through this house. Time to rest. One just slipped in, how nice. The doors should hold them for a while, so I will just rest a little bit more. So we are on the edge of town, which kind of explains why I'm getting so many zombies coming in. Let's try some sneaking. I want to see if I can sneak into the basement for a nap so my character is not completely exhausted. We are on the edge of what's sensible here. I am avoiding climbing over the fence as any little bit of exhaustion probably will do me in. And I think we've been spotted. Nope, they've stopped following. Struggling to click the light switch there. I think we'll have a meal before going to sleep just to aid with recovery. That concludes our first day on the latest patch with a new non-combat orientated character. What do I think? The game is a little more difficult, but only because I picked a bad character. It feels more tedious rather than difficult, what with having to rest every couple of kills. The new ragdoll physics have made the combat a bit more janky. If I had been fighting more zombies, I likely would have a few scratches or bites. There were moments where the new physics caught me out. As for my playthrough objectives, I failed on all of them, whereas my firefighter survivor accomplished all of them very quickly. Overall, I'm enjoying the challenge of this build, but let's see how day 2 goes.